Hey guys, welcome to what might be the craziest story I've ever told on this channel. If you love emotional roller coasters mixed with that heart-pounding, what if I get caught vibe, buckle up. The title says it all. Lost 5,000 Indian rupees bet equals 24 hours as my sister's twin. Crossdressing prank gone too far, but trust me, by the end of this, the turns into pure suspense. My name is Aryan Mehra. I'm 25, a software engineer grinding away at a mid-sized tech startup in Bangalore. From the outside, my life looks picture perfect. Decent salary, a cozy 2 BHK apartment in Koramangala, and the most amazing girlfriend anyone could ask for. But I've got a secret that's been burning inside me since I was 16. Let's rewind. I have a twin sister, Ananya. Fraternal, obviously, but the universe decided we should share the same sharp cheekbones, big doe eyes, thick lashes, and that signature Mehra dimple when we smile. Same height, 5 feet 8 inches. Same slim build. Growing up in Pune, people literally called us the twins, even though she's the girl and I'm the guy. We were inseparable. Birthdays, school projects, even our first heartbreak. We did everything together. And yeah, we pulled the classic sibling prank, swapping clothes at family weddings just to watch our relatives freak out. Ananya beta, why are you wearing a sherwani? Dad would shout while we rolled on the floor laughing. One rainy Sunday when I was 16, Ananya was at a friend's house and our parents were visiting relatives. Bored out of my mind, I wandered into her room. Her closet door was open. That pink floral anarkali suit she'd worn to Diwali caught my eye. I don't know what possessed me, but I locked the door, stripped down and slipped it on. The second the soft georgette fabric touched my skin, something shifted. The way the sleeves hugged my arms, the dupatta draping elegantly across my chest, the gentle swish when I moved. I felt light, graceful, alive in a way coding marathons and gym sessions never made me feel. I stood in front of her full-length mirror and froze. With my hair tied back and a little lip gloss I found on her dresser, I didn't look like Aryan anymore. I looked like her. Like a softer, prettier version of myself. My heart hammered so hard I thought I'd pass out. That was the day my secret passion was born. At first it was necessity. A stress relief valve after brutal college deadlines and my dad's constant be a man beta lectures. Then it became a personal challenge. Could I actually pass? Could I walk in heels without tripping? Could I do a full face of makeup that made me indistinguishable from Ananya? Every stolen hour alone became an addiction. I started ordering clothes online, wigs from secret Amazon accounts, even silicone breast forms that felt scarily real. Everything stayed locked in a black suitcase hidden behind Mia's winter coats in our shared closet, a place she never touched. Fast forward to now. Mia Kapoor, my girlfriend of 2 years, is the sunshine in my life. We met at a tech meetup when she was presenting a marketing campaign and I was the awkward developer in the back row who spilled coffee on himself. She laughed, helped me clean up, and the rest is history. She's 23, works as a digital marketing executive, and has this infectious energy that makes every day brighter. We moved in together 6 months ago. Our apartment is our safe little bubble, fairy lights over the balcony, her collection of succulents on the windowsill, the king-size bed where we fall asleep watching K-dramas. Mia is kind, fiercely loyal, and a little traditional at heart. She loves when I open doors for her, when I cook her favorite peanut butter masala, when I'm her strong guy. I've lost count of the times she said, "I feel so safe with you, Aryan." Every time she says it, my stomach twists. Because what would she think if she knew the real me sometimes wants to feel soft, pretty, and delicate too? I've come so close to telling her. Late nights after we've made love, lying in the dark with her head on my chest, I've opened my mouth and chickened out. The fear is suffocating. Rejection. Disgust. I can't be with someone who, I can't even finish the sentence in my head. So I stay silent, loving her with every fiber of my being while my secret slowly eats me alive. Ananya is the only person who's ever come close to understanding. She lives in Mumbai now, working as a fashion stylist. We video call almost every week. She still teases me about our childhood dress-up sessions, but she has no idea how deep it runs for me. To her, it's just bro being dramatic. My parents think I'm the perfect son. My office buddies, Rohan, Priya, no relation, and the team, see me as the chill coder who cracks dad jokes during stand-ups. Nobody knows. And that's how I wanted to keep it. Until last night. Ananya called on video while we were both watching the IPL. Her team was playing mine. The usual sibling trash talk escalated into a proper bet. Indian rupee 5000 if my team wins, she grinned, flipping her long wavy hair the exact way I've practiced in the mirror 100 times. Deal, I said, cocky as hell. Her team won by 6 runs. She screamed in victory, then leaned into the camera with that mischievous sparkle in her eyes. Money is boring. New penalty, 24 full hours as my twin sister. Exact replica. Same hairstyle I have right now, same outfit vibe, full makeup, heels, the works. You act like me, talk like me, send proof pictures every hour. Or pay double. Starting tomorrow morning since Mia's going to Cork for her team off-site. I laughed nervously. You're insane. Scared little sis? She teased, using the nickname that suddenly felt way too real. Mia had kissed me goodbye that morning, suitcase in hand. The sessions might end early so I could be back tomorrow night instead of the day after. But don't wait up if I'm late, okay? Love you. Her last WhatsApp sent from the airport. Miss you already. Don't get into too much trouble while I'm gone, maybe I'll surprise you early. The words, surprise you early, have been looping in my head all night. This morning the apartment feels different. Sunlight pours through the balcony doors onto the beige sofa where Mia and I cuddled just yesterday. The air still carries the faint scent of her jasmine perfume. The clock on the wall reads 9:45 a.m. Ananya's first deadline is 11 a.m. sharp. My hands are shaking as I stand in front of the hallway mirror in my usual gray t-shirt and track pants. Normal Aryan stares back. Short messy hair, light stubble, tired eyes from a sleepless night of excitement and dread. I whisper to my reflection, it's just 24 hours. Mia won't be back till tomorrow night at the earliest. Ananya's in Mumbai. No one will ever know. But deep down I know the truth. This isn't just about the bet anymore. This is my chance to live as Anya for a full day. No rushing, no hiding, no guilt. The thought sends a shiver of pure thrill down my spine, followed immediately by cold, stomach-clenching fear. Because if Mia walks through that door even 1 hour early, everything I've built, our relationship, my carefully hidden double life, my entire world, could shatter in a single second. I take a deep breath, lock the front door, double-check the balcony curtains and walk toward the bedroom closet. The black suitcase is waiting. My heart is already racing. This is the beginning of the longest, most terrifying, most exhilarating 24 hours of my life. And guys, it's about to go so much further than any of us expected. The bedroom door clicked shut behind me with a finality that made my pulse spike. I stood there for a second, back pressed against the wood, listening to the apartment breathe. The AC hummed softly. A distant scooter revved on the street below. Nothing else. Mia was 300 kilometers away in Cork, probably sipping filter coffee at her resort right now. Ananya was in Mumbai, already sending me the first challenge package on WhatsApp. I opened the message. Her selfie filled the screen, long chestnut waves cascading past her shoulders with that perfect middle part and soft beachy curls at the ends. She wore a cropped white hoodie with tiny pink hearts, high-waisted light blue mom jeans that hugged her hips, and white sneakers with pink laces. Minimal makeup, dewy skin, flushed cheeks, glossy pink lips, and a thin line of eyeliner that made her eyes pop. A delicate gold chain with a tiny heart pendant rested just above her collarbones. Caption, copy this exactly, little sis. First photo by 11 a.m. or the bet doubles. My mouth went dry. This wasn't some random dress-up. This was surgical precision. I had exactly 1 hour and 5 minutes. I dragged the black suitcase from behind Mia's coats. The zipper sounded deafening in the quiet room. Inside, everything I'd collected over 2 silent years. Breast forms, C-cup, realistic weight. Hip pads, waist cincher, shaving cream, lotion, full makeup kit, 3 wigs, 1 identical to Ananya's current style. Heels in 3 sizes, jeweler box. Even a small perfume decant of her favorite vanilla rose scent. Shame hit me first, hot and sharp like always. What kind of man hides this? But right behind it came the rush. The electric tingle that started in my chest and spread everywhere. I peeled off my t-shirt and track pants, stepped into the attached bathroom, and stared at normal Aryan in the mirror. Stubble. Chest hair. Flat hips. I grabbed the razor. 20 minutes later I was smooth from neck to toes. The lotion felt cool and silky as I rubbed it in, every stroke making my skin hypersensitive. I slipped on the waist cincher first, tight, unforgiving, pulling my waist in 4 inches. Then the hip pads and breast forms, glued carefully with medical adhesive so they moved naturally when I walked. The weight on my chest was instantly intoxicating. I cupped them gently, feeling the realistic give, and a soft whimper escaped my lips. Next came the underwear, high-cut lace panties in soft blush pink that sat perfectly over the pads. The bra was matching front clasp, pushing everything up into a perfect cleavage. I stood there breathing hard, staring at this half-formed girl in the mirror. My hands trembled as I reached for the wig. Ananya's exact style. I'd bought it 3 months ago after she posted a story with the same cut. 22-inch premium heat-resistant fibers, chestnut with subtle caramel highlights. I pinned my own short hair flat, slipped on the wig cap and lowered the wig into place. The moment the strands brushed my bare shoulders, I gasped. Felt right. Heavy in the best way. I adjusted the part, fluffed the waves, and sprayed a little dry shampoo for texture. Makeup came next. I'd practiced this routine so many times I could do it blindfolded, but today every stroke carried extra weight. Primer, foundation 2 shades lighter than my usual for that flawless Ananya glow, contour to soften my jaw, highlighter on the cheekbones we shared. Blush, generous because Ananya always looked like she'd just come from a brisk walk. Eyeshadow in soft pinks and browns, winged liner sharp enough to cut glass, 3 coats of mascara, and finally the glossy pink lips. I blotted, then added a touch more gloss for that juicy finish. I stepped back. The girl in the mirror wasn't Arian pretending anymore. She was Anya. My sister's twin. I touched my cheek. The skin felt softer already. My reflection blinked back with those huge, long-lashed eyes, lips parted in shock and delight. I turned sideways. The cincher gave me an hourglass I never knew I could have. The breast forms sat high and proud. My legs looked longer, smoother, endless. A laugh bubbled out of me, high, girlish, nothing like my usual voice. I cleared my throat and tried again, pitching up the way Ananya had taught me during our secret childhood voice practice games. "Hi, I'm Anya Mera," I said to the mirror, twirling once. The wig swung beautifully. And I just lost a stupid bet to my brother. Wait, no. I am the brother. Oh God. The thrill crashed into terror like 2 waves meeting. What if Mia walks in right now? I glanced at the clock. 10:47 a.m. 13 minutes left. Close. I pulled out the exact match I'd ordered last month after stalking Ananya's Instagram. White cropped hoodie with tiny pink hearts, softest cotton. I slipped it on. It ended just below my new breasts, showing a teasing strip of toned midriff. The high-waisted mom jeans slid up my smooth legs like they were made for me. I buttoned them, sucked in, and the waist cincher did its magic. Perfect fit. White sneakers with pink laces. Gold heart necklace. Tiny stud earrings, clip-ons because I'd never pierced. A spritz of vanilla rose perfume on my wrists and neck. I stood in front of the full-length mirror again and took the mandatory selfie. Peace sign, head tilted exactly like Ananya's, glossy lips in a playful pout. Sent to Ananya at 10:59 a.m. Her reply was instant. 3 fire emojis and, "Holy shit Arian, you actually look better than me. Send every hour or I leak this to Mia's WhatsApp. Maybe. Enjoy being me, sis." I laughed, but it came out shaky. The first hour as Anya was pure euphoria mixed with paranoia. I walked around the apartment feeling every sensation. The gentle bounce of the breast forms, the way the jeans hugged my padded hips, the soft hoodie brushing my stomach, the slight restriction of the cincher that forced me to take smaller, more graceful steps. I practiced walking in the sneakers first, heel to toe sway in the hips, shoulders back. Then I tried the 3-inch block heels I'd bought for emergency practice. My calves protested, but the height made my legs look insane. I recorded a 10-second voice note for Ananya. "Hey bro, loving my new life already. When are you sending me money for all these clothes?" Nail polish. My voice cracked once, but I nailed the giggle at the end. I posted the required hourly proof on our private sibling story, disappearing after 24 hours, thank God. Each time I hit send, a fresh wave of adrenaline hit. By 1 p.m. I'd cleaned the entire kitchen as Anya, dancing to Ananya's favorite playlist, hips swaying, singing along in her voice. The thrill was addictive. I felt lighter, freer, sexier. Every mirror I passed I stopped to admire myself. The way the hoodie cropped just right, the subtle cleavage when I leaned forward, the glossy lips catching the light. I was beautiful. And that beauty belonged to me right now. But the fear never left. Mia's live location was still showing Korg. She'd sent a photo at 12:30, her and the team laughing by a waterfall. Caption: Team building equals actual building of memories. Miss you, babe. Can't wait to be home tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Safe. Plenty of time. At 2:15 p.m. the doorbell rang. I froze mid-twirl in the living room, heart slamming against my ribs so hard I thought the breast forms would fly off. Delivery? Wrong apartment? Neighbor? I crept to the peephole on stockinged feet. I'd switched to heels for practice. It was the building watchman holding a package. Madam, courier for Kapoor residence, he called cheerfully. Mia's surname on the label. Probably something she ordered before leaving. I couldn't speak in my normal voice. I couldn't open the door as Aryan. I was fully Anya, makeup flawless, wig perfect. Panic clawed up my throat. I took a deep breath, pitched my voice up and cracked the door just enough, hiding most of my body behind it. Please keep outside, I said in my best Anya lilt, trying to sound sleepy. Thank you so much. He smiled politely, no suspicion at all, and left the package on the mat. I waited until his footsteps faded, then snatched it inside and locked the door with shaking hands. My reflection in the hallway mirror showed wide, terrified eyes and flushed cheeks that weren't from blush. That was too close. I sat on the sofa, knees together like a proper girl, and hugged a cushion to my chest. The breast forms pressed softly against my arms. Tears pricked my eyes, not from fear exactly but from the overwhelming cocktail of emotions. Excitement so sharp it hurt. Shame that made my stomach twist. And underneath it all, a deep aching longing. This feels like home. Why can't this be part of me that Mia loves too? I wiped my eyes carefully, waterproof mascara thank God, and stood up. Time to keep moving. Ananya had added bonus challenges. Cook lunch as me, take a mirror selfie in the kitchen and send a 15-second reel dancing. I made paneer butter masala, Mia's favorite ironically, while wearing the apron over my outfit. The heels clicked satisfyingly on the tiles. I filmed the reel, twirling, laughing, blowing a kiss to the camera. Send it. Ananya replied, I'm actually jealous, Aaron. You move better than me in heels. How does it feel being the hot twin for a day? I typed back with glossy pink nails tapping the screen, like I was always supposed to be this way, and it's terrifying. He sent a heart emoji. No further questions. He still thought this was just a funny lost bet. By 5 p.m. the sun was dipping low, painting the apartment golden. I'd spent the afternoon fully immersed, watching Ananya's favorite rom-com on the couch with legs tucked under me, painting my toenails the same soft pink as my fingers, even practicing her signature hair flip in the mirror until it was flawless. Every time my phone buzzed I jumped. Mia sent another message at 5:47 p.m. Sessions wrapping up early. Might catch the 8 p.m. flight instead of tomorrow morning. Could be home by 11:30 tonight if I make it. Surprise. Don't cook, I'll bring pizza. Love you so much. My blood turned to ice. Tonight. Not tomorrow night. Tonight, in roughly 6 hours. I stared at the message until the words blurred. The apartment suddenly felt too small, too bright, too full of evidence. The black suitcase was still open on the bed. Makeup brushes scattered on the dresser. A pair of 4-inch stilettos I'd tried earlier lay abandoned near the sofa. My male clothes were shoved into the laundry basket, but what if she checked? I had to change back. Right now. But Ananya's next deadline was 6 p.m. sharp. A full-body mirror selfie in evening look. She'd upped the stakes, switched to the black off-shoulder dress I sent you the link for last week. Heels. Full glam. Or double the money and I tell mom you still sleep with your childhood teddy. The dress was hanging in the closet. Slinky black jersey off-shoulder mid-thigh, the kind Ananya wore to club nights. I'd bought it in secret, telling myself it was just for practice. I looked at the clock. 5:52 p.m. 8 minutes. Change back and lose the bet or push forward and risk everything. My hands moved before my brain caught up. I stripped the hoodie and jeans, heart hammering. The black dress slid over my head like liquid. It clung to every curve the pads and cincher created. The off-shoulder neckline framed my collarbones and the tops of my breasts perfectly. I swapped to strappy black 4-inch stilettos that made my legs look endless. Fresh lipstick, deeper berry this time. Extra lashes. Hair fluffed into bigger waves. 6 p.m. exactly. I took the selfie, standing tall, one hand on hip, sultry half smile, the dress hugging me like a second skin. Sent. Ananya's reply. Okay, I'm officially creeped out and turned on at the same time. You win the bet, sis. But you have to stay like this till midnight at least. New rule. I didn't answer. I was too busy having a full-blown panic attack in 4-inch heels. Mia could walk through the door in 5 hours. I was standing in our living room looking like her twin sister's hotter Kavya clone. The perfume, the makeup, the dress, everything screamed, Anya is here. And I didn't want to take it off. Not yet. The internal war raged while I paced the apartment, heels clicking like a ticking time bomb. Change back. Shower. Scrub everything. Hide the suitcase. She'll never know. But my body refused. Every step in the heels sent sparks up my spine. The dress swished against my thighs. The weight on my chest, the sway of the wig, the glossy lips I kept licking. It all felt like coming alive after years of sleepwalking as Aryan. I caught my reflection in the balcony glass doors as the sun set. The city lights of Koramangala twinkled behind me. A beautiful girl stared back, confident, radiant, terrified. I whispered to her, voice soft and high, "What are we going to do, Anya?" My phone buzzed again. "Mia, boarding now. See you in a few hours, my love. Can't wait to kiss you." I sank onto the sofa, dress riding up my thighs, and buried my face in my manicured hands. The 24-hour bet still had 18 hours left. Mia was coming home early. And I was more Anya than Aryan right now, with no idea how to stop. The suspense wasn't just about getting caught anymore. It was about whether I even wanted to hide anymore. Because for the first time in my life, living as her didn't feel like a prank. It felt like truth. And that truth was about to slam into our relationship like a freight train. The golden hour light had faded completely, leaving the apartment bathed in the soft glow of fairy lights Mia had strung across the living room last month. I stood frozen in the middle of the room, the black off-shoulder dress clinging to every curve the pads and cincher had sculpted. The 4-inch strappy heels made my calves ache in the most delicious feminine way. My reflection in the dark balcony glass doors stared back, long chestnut waves tumbling over one bare shoulder, berry-glossed lips slightly parted, cleavage rising and falling with each panicked breath. Anya wasn't just visiting anymore. She had taken over. My phone buzzed on the coffee table. Mia again. Landing in 45 minutes. Flight was early, taxi straight home. Pizza ordered from our usual place. Extra cheese for my favorite guy. Can't wait to jump into your arms. See you soon, baby. 45 minutes until touchdown. Maybe another 45 for the airport taxi through Bangalore traffic. I had roughly an hour and a half before the love of my life walked through that door and found this. I should have run to the bathroom right then. Cold cream, makeup wipes, hot shower, scrub until my skin was raw. Rip the wig off, peel the forms, shove everything back into the suitcase and pray the faint vanilla rose scent disappeared before she arrived. Instead I glided, to the full-length mirror in the bedroom. The dress had slipped just a fraction on my left shoulder, exposing the delicate lace strap of the bra underneath. I didn't fix it. I tilted my head exactly like Ananya does in photos. Let the waves fall across my face and whispered in her voice, "Hi Mia. I'm home." A broken laugh escaped me. Sounded so real. So right. The thrill was overwhelming now, drowning the fear in waves. Every step sent the hem of the dress swishing against my smooth thighs. The breast forms moved with me, heavy and warm and alive. The cincher kept my posture perfect. Shoulders back, chest out, hips swaying naturally. I felt beautiful. Desired. Whole. But underneath the euphoria, terror clawed at my ribs like a living thing. She'll leave you. She'll look at you the way Dad used to when he caught you crying during emotional movies. Stop being so soft, Beta. 2 years of I feel safe with you, gone in one heartbeat. I sat on the edge of our bed, crossing my legs at the knee like a proper girl and hugged myself. The dress fabric stretched across my thighs. My manicured fingers, soft pink with little white hearts I'd painted earlier, traced the heart pendant at my throat. Ananya's pendant. My pendant now. I opened the gallery on my phone. Dozens of selfies from today. Anya cooking, Anya dancing, Anya curled on the sofa with a book, legs tucked elegantly. Each one more convincing than the last. I looked happier in them than I had in any photo as Aryan in months. A single tear slipped down my cheek. I caught it before it ruined the makeup. That's when the first real close call happened. The doorbell rang. Not a polite knock. A sharp, insistent buzz 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 like someone who knew I was home. My heart stopped. Mia? No, too early. She was still in the air. Watchman again? Delivery for the pizza she'd pre-ordered? I crept to the peephole on tiptoe, heels silent on the carpet. Through the fisheye lens I saw Priya, my office colleague, the one who sat 2 desks away and always teased me about being the quiet coder with the hot girlfriend. She was holding a big envelope and looking impatient. Aryan, I know you're in there. Rohan said you were working from home today. I brought the project files you forgot. Boss needs them signed by tomorrow morning. Priya, who had met Mia at last year's office Diwali party, who had complimented Mia's gorgeous hair, and asked if we were planning to get married soon. I couldn't open the door. Not like this. But I also couldn't ignore her. She'd keep ringing, maybe even call Mia if she got worried. I took the deepest breath of my life, pitched my voice into that perfect Ananya register, and cracked the door exactly as I had with the watchman earlier. Body hidden, only my face and one shoulder visible. Hi. Aryan's actually in the shower right now, I said, adding a shy little laugh that sounded scarily natural. I'm his sister Anya. He told me you might drop by. I can take the envelope. Priya's eyes widened. She stared at my face, at the exact same cheekbones, same dimple, same big eyes she'd seen in Aryan 1,000 times. Recognition flickered, then confusion, then something like delight. Oh my God, the famous twin sister. He's mentioned you, but wow, you two really are identical. Like creepily identical. She laughed, handing over the envelope. Tell him to call me when he's out. And girl, that dress is fire. Where's it from? I felt the dress slip another inch on my shoulder. The bra strap was fully visible now, black lace against pale skin. My cheeks burned under the foundation. Thank you. Zara, I think, I mumbled, taking the envelope with trembling fingers. My long nails clicked against the paper. I'll tell him. Safe drive back. I closed the door before she could ask anything else, locked it, and slid down to the floor in a heap of black jersey and shaking limbs. That was 2 close calls in one day. Each one shaved years off my life and somehow made the thrill burn hotter. I crawled to the mirror again. The girl staring back had smudged mascara under one eye from the tear. The dress had slipped so far on the left that half my bra was showing. One strap of the heel had come undone. I looked like I'd been caught mid-transformation, which in a way I had. Symbolic. The universe was screaming at me. I fixed the dress. Redid the mascara. Tightened the heel strap. But I didn't change out of it. I couldn't. Instead, I did something insane. I opened our shared wardrobe and pulled out Mia's favorite red silk scarf, the one she wore on our first date. I draped it around my neck the way she does, letting the ends trail down my back. Then I spritzed a tiny bit of her perfume over the vanilla rose. Just enough to mix the scents. I wanted to smell like both of us when she came home. Crazy. Suicidal. But the thought made my stomach flip with dark excitement. Minutes ticked by. 8:47 p.m. Mia would have landed by now. My phone rang. Not a text. A video call. From Mia. I stared at her smiling profile picture. The one of us at Cubbon Park, her head on my shoulder, my arm around her. The ringtone felt like a siren. I answered on audio only, muting my camera. Hey baby. I said in my normal Aryan voice, but it cracked halfway through. On the road already? Aryan, why is your voice all weird? And why no video? Show me your face, I missed you so much. I, just got out of the shower. Hair's wet. Looking like a mess. She laughed that bright, trusting laugh. I don't care. I want to see my handsome guy. Come on. My thumb hovered over the camera button like it was a detonator. If I turned it on right now, she would see Anya in the black dress, full glam, heart pendant, everything. I couldn't. I'll show you when you get here, I said quickly. How far are you? Traffic is crazy, but maybe 25 minutes? I'm so excited. I bought you that new gaming headset you wanted as a surprise. Guilt slammed into me so hard I almost dropped the phone. She was bringing me gifts while I was living her boyfriend's deepest secret in her own apartment. I love you, I whispered, voice breaking for real this time. I love you more. See you so soon. She hung up. 25 minutes. I had 25 minutes to destroy every trace of Anya. I kicked off the heels so hard one flew under the bed. The dress came off in one frantic tug. I heard a seam rip. Breast forms peeled away with a sickening suction sound, leaving red marks on my chest. Hip pads, cincher panties, everything flew into the suitcase. I scrubbed my face with micellar water and then soap, then again until the sink ran pink and black. The wig came off last. My short hair was matted with sweat underneath the cap. But the makeup wouldn't come off completely. Waterproof everything. My lips stayed faintly berry. Eyeliner smudged into smoky shadows. Lashes still too long. My face looked like Arian who'd just survived a breakup. Raw, red, but with unmistakably feminine traces. The suitcase wouldn't close properly. Too rushed. One strappy heel stuck out. I shoved it behind the coats again, heart thundering. Sprayed room freshener everywhere. Opened the balcony door to let the night air in. Changed into my gray t-shirt and track pants, but they felt wrong now. Baggy. Masculine. Prison clothes. I stood in the hallway breathing hard, staring at the front door. 10:12 p.m. Any second now. That's when the second twist hit. The one that made everything spiral. My phone lit up with a WhatsApp from Anya. A video. I opened it. It was me, or rather Anya from earlier that evening. The full-body mirror selfie in the black dress, but she'd edited it. Added sparkles. Text overlay. My twin brother is slaying as me right now, send this to Mia if he chickens out before midnight. And right below, just kidding, unless? She'd attached it to a group chat. The group chat named Family that included Mom, Dad, Mia and me. She hadn't sent it yet. But the message was typed, ready, cursor blinking. Should I hit send, bro? Or are you still being a good girl for the full 24 hours? TikTok. My vision tunneled. She sent that video to the family group. Mia would see it the second she opened her phone. Mom would call in hysterics. Dad would disown me. I typed back with shaking fingers, don't you dare. I'm changing back right now. Mia is almost home. Ananya replied instantly, too late. I already scheduled it to send at 11 p.m. if you don't send me a final proof picture as Anya at 10:45 sharp. New rule. Sorry not sorry, you look too good to waste. 10:45. I had 33 minutes until the video auto-sent to everyone I loved. And Mia was due in 15. I was standing in the middle of the apartment, half Arian, half Anya, with smudged makeup, a suitcase that wouldn't stay hidden, and my entire future balanced on the edge of a knife. The symbolic moment came without warning. I ran back to the bedroom mirror, the big one we'd bought together on our first month living here. The one where Mia kissed me every morning before work. I stood there, breathing ragged, and for the first time saw both of us at once. On the left side of the reflection, Arian. Tired eyes, short hair, stubble shadow already returning, gray t-shirt hanging loose, shoulders slumped in defeat. On the right side, the ghost of Anya. Faint berry lips, smoky eyes, the invisible hourglass shape still remembered by my posture. The heart pendant I'd forgotten to remove still glittering at my throat. Two versions of the same soul. One safe. One free. One loved for being strong. One desperate to be seen for being soft. I reached out and touched the glass right where our faces overlapped. A single tear, this one real, no makeup to ruin, rolled down Arian's cheek and somehow looked like it belonged to Anya too. I can't choose, I whispered to both of us. I don't want to lose either of you. Headlights swept across the balcony windows. A car door slammed in the parking lot below. Familiar footsteps on the stairs. Light, quick, excited. Mia. The front door lock clicked. I hadn't even heard her key in the hallway. The door swung open. And there she stood, suitcase in one hand, pizza box in the other, beautiful face glowing with jet lag happiness and love. Her eyes found mine. She froze. The pizza box slipped from her fingers and hit the floor with a soft thud. Her gaze traveled slowly from my smudged berry lips, to the faint eyeliner wings, to the heart pendant still around my neck, to the single strappy black heel I hadn't noticed was still on my right foot, the left one lost somewhere under the bed. Then back up to my face. To the face she'd kissed good morning for 2 years. To the face that right now looked like her boyfriend had been caught halfway through becoming someone else. Her lips parted. Arian? The word came out small. Confused. Not angry yet. Just the quiet beginning of a crack that could split our entire world. I opened my mouth to speak but nothing came out. Because behind me on the full-length mirror, The two versions of me were still perfectly overlapped. And for the first time I didn't know which one was supposed to answer. Mia took one step inside, the door clicking shut behind her like a prison gate. Her eyes filled with tears. And in that single suspended second, everything, the bet, the transformation, the 24 hours, the love, the fear, the truth, hung in the balance. Guys, this is where my heart actually stopped. Because Mia wasn't just looking at me anymore. She was looking at both of us. And I had no idea which one she was about to lose. Mia stood in the doorway like a statue, the pizza box still spinning slowly on the floor where it had landed. Cheese and pepperoni scent filled the apartment. Our usual order, extra cheese for my favorite guy. Her eyes were locked on me, wide, glistening, processing every impossible detail in slow motion. The faint berry stain on my lips. The smudged winged liner that refused to wash off completely. The single black 4-inch strappy heel still buckled on my right foot while the left was bare. The gold heart pendant, Anya's mine, resting against my gray t-shirt like it belonged there. And behind me, in the full-length mirror we bought together, the ghostly overlay of Anya still visible in my posture. Shoulders back, hips subtly angled, chest forward even without the forms. She took one tiny step forward. The door clicked shut behind her with the soft finality of a courtroom gavel. Arian? Her voice was barely a whisper. Not angry. Not disgusted. Just small. Like a child who'd woken up to find her favorite toy broken. What is this? I opened my mouth. Nothing came out at first. My throat was raw from switching voices all day. When I finally spoke, it was a broken mix. Half my normal baritone, half the soft lilt I'd perfected as Anya. Mia. I can explain. It's stupid. I bet. With Anya. I lost 5,000 Indian rupees and she made me dress up. As her twin. For 24 hours. I swear I was changing back. I was almost done. You weren't supposed to be home till tomorrow night, Anne. I stopped. The words sounded pathetic even to me. Because they weren't the full truth. I wasn't almost done changing back. I had chosen to keep the pendant on. I had chosen to leave the heel on. I had chosen to stand here, half in each world, because some part of me wanted her to see. Mia's gaze dropped to the open suitcase peeking from behind her winter coats. Black lace bra strap hanging out, chestnut wig askew on top like a guilty crown. Her eyes flicked back to my face. The smudged mascara. The faint gloss. The way my hands, still with soft pink nail polish I hadn't fully removed, were trembling at my sides. She pressed a hand to her mouth. A single tear slipped down her cheek. Oh my God, she breathed. You look like her. Exactly like her. The silence stretched. 10 seconds. 20. I could hear my own heartbeat thundering in my ears. The AC clicked on, blowing cool air across my bare arms and making me shiver in my baggy t-shirt. Mia took another step. Closer now. Close enough that I could smell her perfume. The real jasmine one she always wore, mixing with the faint vanilla rose that still clung to my skin from earlier. She reached out slowly like she was approaching a frightened animal. Her fingers brushed my cheek right where the foundation hadn't fully come off. Her touch was gentle. Warm. Not pulling away. You've been doing this. For how long? The question hung between us like a live wire. I swallowed hard. Since I was 16. But not like this. Not full days. Never when you were home. Mia, I swear I never wanted to hurt you. This is just me. A part of me I don't even understand. Today was supposed to be a stupid prank. But once I started, I couldn't stop. It felt like breathing for the first time in years. Another tear rolled down her face. She didn't wipe it. Behind me, my phone lit up on the coffee table. The screen flashed with Ananya's name. Incoming video call. And above it, the scheduled message timer in the family group chat. 0:02 until auto-send. The video of me in the black off-shoulder dress, sparkling filter, text, my twin brother is slaying as me ready to blast to mom, dad, Mia, everyone. I lunged for the phone but Mia was faster. She snatched it first. Her eyes scanned the screen. She saw the timer. She saw the video thumbnail. Me fully Anya, beautiful and confident and terrifyingly real. She saw the group chat name. Her thumb hovered over cancel send. Then she looked back at me. The love of my life. The woman who called me her safe place. The woman whose red silk scarf was still draped around my neck from earlier, half hidden under my t-shirt collar. Her lips trembled. Arian or Anya, she whispered. Which one am I talking to right now? The question hit me like a punch to the chest. Because in that moment, standing there with one heel on and berry lips and my secrets spilled across the floor like the pizza, I didn't know the answer. The phone buzzed again. Ananya calling. Mia's finger moved toward the green answer button. Or maybe toward the red. Or maybe toward send on the family message. I stepped forward, the single heel making me wobble slightly, forcing that feminine sway I couldn't hide anymore. Mia, please, I begged, voice cracking between both versions of me. Whatever you're thinking, just talk to me. Yell at me. Leave if you have to. But don't decide yet. Please. Her eyes met mine in the mirror. The same mirror where only hours ago Arian and Anya had overlapped perfectly. Two versions of the man she loved. One she thought she knew. One she was seeing for the very first time. The timer hit midnight. The screen flashed. Message scheduled to send in 3, 2. Mia's thumb froze. She looked at me, really looked, tears streaming freely now. And in that final heart-stopping second, her lips parted to speak. But the words never came. Because right then the front door, which she'd forgotten to lock in her shock, creaked open behind her. Ananya stood there, suitcase in hand, grinning like the devil herself. Surprise, bro. I caught the same flight as Mia to see how my twin sister was doing. Figured we could all have a little family reveal, pa. She froze. Her eyes went from me to Mia to the phone to the open suitcase to the single strappy heel on my foot. The entire apartment went dead silent. 3 hearts. 3 versions of the same secret. All colliding at once. Mia turned slowly to Ananya, then back to me. Her voice, when it finally came, was soft, shaky, and filled with something I couldn't name. Love, fear, confusion, maybe even wonder. So, does this mean I have 2 girlfriends now? The screen of my phone went black. The family message never sent. But the real story, it was only just beginning. I'm literally shaking as I record this. That was the longest 24 hours of my life, and it ended with my girlfriend, my sister, and both versions of me standing in the same room while the pizza got cold on the floor. What happens next? Does Mia stay? Does she run? Does she want to meet Anya properly? Or does she ask me to choose forever? I don't know yet. Because this isn't just a prank story anymore. This is my life. And I'm terrified, and hopeful, and more alive than I've ever been. Drop your predictions in the comments right now. Will Mia accept both sides of me? Should I tell my parents? Team full-time Anya, or back to Arian? What would you do if you were in my heels, literally? Smash that like button if your heart is racing as hard as mine. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next week I'm dropping part 2, the morning after the reveal. She asked me to stay as Anya all day. Thank you for watching my most vulnerable story ever. I love you guys. No matter what happens, I'm still me. See you in the next one.